Hello. The word become is a verb. It's got Old English and German origins beginning in the 12th century. One definition defines it as a change from one state of existence to another. The tremendous efforts of the world are to teach us to know something as opposed to become something. It's very evident of that. In fact, most training and development is designed to teach somebody else's truths rather than to facilitate personal discovery and definition. I believe this life is the vessel and journey designed for us to become. I would define the effort to become as a conversion, if you will, to your own belief system, where your accordance is one of congruence. Who we are trying to become has more to do with who we already are in our highest and most developed state. Comparison and trying to be like somebody else has a procrastination impact to us living into our full potential. We tend to suffer in silence because of our insecurities. We hide behind our frailties like they're a condemning attribute. This gives us way too much time and space and energy to focus on other shortcomings and imperfections with a lot less time to focus on our own. And that time gets wasted in that space. So the engaging reality is just the mere fact that everyone is on their own journey to become. For those of you who know me, you'll appreciate my affinity for Stoicism. In Ryan Holiday's blog post titled The 7 Stoic Practices to Help You Become Your Ideal Self, he begins with this statement, and it's followed by what he's outlined as a 7-step architecture or way of being as you work to become your best self. So here's the statement that he begins with. He said that none of this is new. Humans have been putting off things they need to do, obsessing over things outside their control, and giving into counterproductive emotions for literally thousands of years. So he gives these 7 practices to really becoming our best self or living into that most ideal state. First one is find heroes to emulate and who inspire you. And you might be confused because I talked about comparison being a time waster. The heroes to emulate or who inspire us are as we become more acquainted with a better way to be or a better way to show up or a more responsible way or a way that is more aligned with who we are and how we believe and what we think. We have an opportunity to learn from others, but it's on us to implement. So find heroes to emulate and who inspire us. Number 2, he says read as often as possible. Why does he say that? Well, it's encapsulated in his 3rd practice, and that is practice what you read. So read as often as possible to learn and to, again, acquaint yourself with truths that resonate with your own. And then also the practice of implementing or putting into play what it is you read and learn so that you can do and become. The 4th, he said, embrace difficulties. One of the great Stoic thoughts is, behind the challenge or behind the obstacle is the actual thing that gets us through that obstacle. So the obstacle becomes the way. 5th one, protect your time. Be relentless in the protection of your time. Time is the only thing we have, and sometimes we don't have any more time. Time expires. Time ticks away every single day, every single second, minute, hour. So protect your time. Have it be useful as a tool and vessel to develop and to become. The 6th practice he defines as acting virtuously. Act virtuously. Do good. Be willing to, again, live into the things you know you should be doing, the way that you want to be, again, in your highest and best self. And the 7th practice is practice forgiveness. I think what he's defining there is really this reverence and this admonition for the journey of becoming. Again, as we act virtuously and as we're living into our best self, that practice of forgiveness is just the recognition that everybody else is on a similar journey and a similar path. And if we'll give them the time and space for that development and not claim their frailties as departures from our own attempts to become, we can be more effective with our time and really our quest to become. So further, I would add the following set of questions designed to help you discover and uncover your true self. So these 6 questions of discovery on the journey to become your best self are these. Number 1, who am I? Number 2, why do I exist? Number 3, where am I going? Number 4, what will be required of me physically, mentally, and emotionally to get there? Number 5, how important is it to me? And number 6, when will I begin? I'm going to run through those from the top one more time. Who am I? Why do I exist? Where am I going? What will be required of me physically, mentally, and emotionally to get there? How important is it to me? And when will I begin? These are not trivial questions. These questions are meant to help you better understand yourself and to help you set the stage for your grandest journey, that journey to become. Recall that become, again, it is a verb. It requires time, intentionality, and more importantly, action. Our highest and best self exists and is ready and waiting for each of us to join them. Let today serve you with the knowledge, aspiration, and clear choice to become. Until next week, my friends, make it a great one, and remember to always honor the gift.